Hi, I am Danna Paola Ferrer Hernández. I was born on February 2005. My parents, Heidi Hernández and Felipe Ferrer Romero. I was born in Orizaba, Veracruz. Ryan, I don't know what I could say about that. Maybe I am a 50-year-old girl with brown skin and brown edges and short stature with short black hair. Then I am not deep, but not unsure, so you could say that I am plump, but that will only describe how I am physically. So I can say that I am shaped very cute and I get nervous when I meet someone. I am not very sensible. I am not good at bringing up the subject of conversation. Sensible about anything, I cry or I get sad. I'm remaining squad me optimist. Never I had lost hope trying responsible. I later pagan and steward claim and ordained I loved summertime. I found I learned very crinkling. I hope understood. I didn't study with that word. Only say hope I am mentally and sentimental. In reality, I still don't know what I am, but I think I will discover it with the time and experiences that I have. When I start, my roots come from home where I was down to success in life. I had to take responsibility for and complete education, which was proven to me by my parents not having frustrated their economic and emotional effort. What sustains me and for how in the life in the become a great person in the give my parents pride, give my children in the same or more than we had to me. In recent Monday, I had hardly been able to demand anything because of the pandemic that we experienced. It is not possible to walk a youth very of the most on the week. I spend at home and from time to time. I will go. I will how come. I used to help my mother in the shopping and the most of the day in the spend doing my homework on the helping you the house. I am the high school and I have online classes from the Tuesday to Friday since because on the confinement the school have not been open for 8 months. I am doing with adult in this now this summer and taking the in-person is going to school but will try to quick busy and forget and what happened in you there. We are the things that are happening in the world as I started to think about what I want and beyond what will become and me in the future with personal I want and like to be better person. I am not saying any bad good one or to share some aspect of my life or and my environment such and be more organized, be more determined on better student and be over the understand things rather and call more social express myself more easily before and unique sense and the world like is stronger in some aspect. And the professional and what world and like to remain in it, and the doctor and the pianist and the teacher are the ones the most attract my attention. I see. Since I was enlightened to be doctor, I don't wait and the with patient folk dying and during and the way option experience more than the to want to I want to be I would like to be a pianist since I start and 10 years only I have loved being teacher because my parents are a teacher and they really like and his profession apart from the part that like mathematics and physics a lot and being a doctor because I like help people. I am also very interested in anatomy and so children and the babies. That is why I want to study pediatrics. You didn't know I have been more in the class to be a doctor with is we and the student 107 a clinical laboratory. It is also important to mention my value and value and through the word value can be associated in the engineer with God. Current no attitude. The reality is what value can be any attitude that person can know as the president and evaluate at the time or moment social consistence. Given the definition, I would like to refer to thanks to my parents and the evaluations that we usually practice with your society, that are now a group where an internet in me and they also doubt me some that we're values with the life sense of your society. I continue to practice at of gym and the if have hastened in on the breaks the scream I had only covered the records in so as not to do it I importance of life and the respect the part of their residence I believe in the world I have my religion from which I will enter a mission for year and a half and family failure in my family. The people who have most influenced my life are my mother. From here I learned many things like not being arrogant and being strong as being a human in the mathematics. My father, I learned from him that he will always see solutions for everything to analyze the situation and the also influenced me to life finish. My grandmother, from here I learned not others using me. I learned to be humble with other people and the also to serve. My grandfather from home learning to be hardworking, patient and kind. My uncle from home learned to cope with a strong situation for given and the word optimist and that you are not mother on can achieve grant this it is very small or very big. My out from the I learned that family comes first and how important it is. My friends, with this I learned unity and trust are not to be afraid of being what I am. My sisters from the young learn to have fun. I love sharing and to relevate to be a reading person and enjoy my beds. My shorting was I want to improve in my attitude in the uncertain ways such as the range, more impacting the strong in the some things and going to be more anti-terror, less forgetful and the able to be concentrated. I'm going to hit what very well this semester. I will improve my skill like playing the piano. Those will be the goals in the terms and of 6 months and you must know the goals in the medium term one and we will learn languages speak fluent English and will like learn Italian or French. In an half year in the will graduate with good arrive from high school in the 2 years in the will intern and the good university for a medical career. Long-term goals and want to be in the 4 years. I will graduate for university and 5 years. I will go on mission in the 7 years. I will start studying pediatry and in 10 years. I will graduate and in 4 years will start working. And my goals in studying hard and do my homework. I will have and I want I'm ready this semester. If I participate every day, I can improve my piano skills. If I keep studying and working too, I will graduate with and work every day. If I try to be more patient, I will. If I dedicate myself to my studying, I will enter for university. If year 3, I hit and teacher. If I killer with feeling good hope. But if I don't know any of that I want and achieve I need it. So my life plan would be I will graduate from Cervantes and 17 years of age for really studying an exam in several universities. To have more options, I will go to one that can have better learning and medicine. I will graduate at 21 or 22 years of age and will go on mission from the will return at 24 and continue my students would know and specialist in breeding pediatrics. I will graduate and 27 or 28 years of age. I hope I'm pediatric.